Welcome to Travel, Eat, and Learn. I'm Sam Shockley.
And I'm Patrick Barney, and our title says it all. Travel. Because, wait a minute, now he's laughing at me. How can I do this? How can I do this when our director is laughing at me?
I was having so much fun talking to you guys. I set the cameras for the two of you.
Oh, okay. So in case you can't see our heads or something like that.
It's Scott's fault.
It is my fault. I take full responsibility. My apologies.
All right.
Travel.
Okay, travel.
Travel. Because we believe the world is a book, and those who do not travel only read one page.
Eat.
Obviously, he didn't read page 2.
Eat, because we believe that if you eat with the locals, you will learn so much more about the place.
And learn while you have fun eating and talking to the locals. Well, that was a great beginning, didn't you think, Dan?
I think it was.
You know, we're getting more.
smashing.
This is our 20th show, and we're much more professional than we were in the beginning.
Much more relaxed. Anyway, this show is being brought to you by For More Travel.
Where you dream it, and they make it happen. And we are the they.
Tell us what you're going to tell us, Patrick.
This show today is all about summer fun. So we're going to have fun, as you can see right from the beginning. We started off with it. So let's get right to travel news you can use. Now, I'm only going to talk about two things, Sam. First of all,
Oh, I could only hope.
oh, it's a summertime, and one of the greatest things to do in the summer is take a river cruise in Europe. Now, I'm specifically talking about Viking here. They have a great cruise on the Danube River, which basically goes from Bavaria to Budapest. I like this part better than up north because the Bavarians have much more fun than the Prussians, okay? And you go past Prague, and you know, when we were there, the Czechs are very pleased with the fact that they drink more beer than the Germans. So if you're going to go, and Viking has got some great summer deals. 2-for-1 prices on the cruise. Free airfare from certain cities. Now, they don't tell you until you call, you know, so it may be from Dubuque. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, there is some free airfare. Now, if you can get free airfare and a 2-for-1 price, take a river cruise, people. That is fantastic.
My cousin, Debbie Pouch, she takes Viking all the time, and she has a lovely balcony which you can actually step out onto.
Yeah, you want to do that you want to do that in Bavaria. Don't do it in Prussia because that's where all the factories are. Okay? But the next funny thing that you can do for summer fun.
What?
These are the 5 best Caribbean nude beaches.
Something I can do?
Yes,
I don't
because
think so.
Okay, the first one is the Grand Saline Beach in St. Bart's. Now, this is rich bodies, okay, in St. Bart's. If you see this, you probably won't even notice the plastic surgery. But that's the first one.
Oh.
The second one is the Couples Tower Isle in Jamaica. And they have a private island, Sam, as you can see there, away from everything else. Now, I don't know if they take a boat over there or you have to swim. Either way, you know, it is a beautiful place. And then the third one, which our own director personally recommends, Hedonism 2 in Jamaica.
Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like he'd be good naked?
You know, hedonism, whatever. They have the nude side and the prude side. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, you know we're sandals specialists, and Sandals does have a resort. We're not to it yet. I forgot. Oh, Desiree Pearl Resort and Spa. That's the only nude beach in Riviera Maya in Mexico. Okay, so you might want to check that out.
And Scott's going there.
I love the way they explain it. They are seductive clothing optional sanctuary. That means the birds dress.
Oh,
the
God.
people don't. But the fact of the matter is, that is a great place. And the final one is Booby Key in Jamaica at Sandals. Note the sign, Sam. See that sign? Now, we, of course, wouldn't have gone to that, but we do have friends that were there.
We did go to it. We looked at all the naked people.
I didn't go over there. You and Joy went, okay? That brings up the two major rules when you go to a nude beach, especially if clothing is optional. The first one is if you decide to keep your clothes on, it is not fair to spend the day staring.
Yes, that's what we did.
That's rule number one. Number two is if you are over 50, do us a favor and don't. There is nothing, and I won't even discuss the possibilities of sunburn. The Irish never got into nude beaches.
I just don't know how they do it. These people don't deserve to be out in public. Whoa.
Well, I think it is, as I was telling Scott earlier, remember when we went to Nice and I was so excited, oh my God, the European beaches in their nude, and I got to see this. Well, unfortunately, we went in October. All the young ladies went back to work. So all I got to see were old ladies, literally old ladies, and their grandchildren. I'm telling you, I came back from that trip with 27 pictures of seagulls. That was the most exciting thing I saw on that beach. And the sand was black, everything else. So, but anyway, that would be fun for somebody who wants to younger, a little more adventurous. I think summer fun means nude beaches to some people.
Beaches
if you got it, flaunt it, whatever, All right, Sam, however, now, for the summer, we do need Ice Cube Jazz. I decided instead of trying to mix drinks here, which I do poorly, and I usually don't have the right mixture and so forth, I went online and there are some great YouTube videos on mixing drinks, and I came across this one that gives you 4 great whiskey cocktails for the summertime. So let's take a look at this and see what we can learn. Get your pens and pencils out. You want to write these down. Well, we want to thank BuzzFeed for that help, and I think it's great. Replay this section several times until you get it down. Sam, what did you think was your favorite?
I like the first drink the best. I didn't need no friggin' fruit in my drinks.
Okay, so
I don't need the green ones or the red ones. I want the bourbon ones.
Well, speaking of bourbon, I thought one of the ones that was great, Kathy, our friend, who's not a real drinker, but she loves sweet stuff. Yeah. Oh, she's got a sugar. That, I thought, what a great way to get her to drink without her realizing it, and that was a bourbon with the sweet tea. It's got sweet
that's
tea.
My favorite.
It's got bourbon. It's got sugar around the rim. I mean, and mint in. Or you don't like the mint, but
that's okay. I'll deal with it.
But I mean, those are summertime tends to have sweet drinks, and which is fine. But boy, when you mix sugar with alcohol, which already has a fair amount of sugar, that's where you get the headache. It's the sugar that gets you. Be careful about that. But anyway, I love summer drinks.
Good.
Good. And now, Sam, we are allowing you. Sam's going to walk on water.
Allowing me?
Yes, Sam's going to walk on water tonight.
Cruise deals for the summer. Now, I'm not only going to tell you about some of the deals that we can get you for the summer, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about each cruise line. The first one is Celebrity. Now, Celebrity is one of the 3 products that Royal Caribbean puts out. Celebrity is a step up from Royal Caribbean, and it is the one where probably 35 to 55-year-olds go, and I have never, ever had anyone complain. In fact, they have raved about it. That is great. Now, right now, they're giving 2 free perks. Now, that could be gratuities, could be a beverage package, could be an onboard credit even. And so that's a very nice thing that you should keep in mind until the end of June. Now, Princess Cruises. Princess Cruises is offering reduced rates for the 3rd and 4th person in the room, which is encouraging children to come on their ship for the summer, which is a terrific idea. Princess is a bit upscale. There's usually more adults on Princess, and this will kind of get a mix of people on
What
there.
I think it's nice about this is that parents with 2 kids
Yeah.
can go and enjoy a semi-adult one. In other words, they don't have to go on Disney cruises and spend your whole 7 days with Mickey Mouse. You know what I mean? So even though there is room for children there, there are a lot of adult things to do too.
Also, yes, you're right. Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines, they are offering up to $300 onboard credit. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Norwegian Cruise Lines. When we started in this business, or let's say I'd say about 10 years ago, Norwegian Cruise Line was going down, 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 and nobody liked anything that they did. However, they were in receivership, and they were purchased by somebody with very deep pockets. They brought out the Epic and the Breeze and all these new ships that are just fantastic. I would recommend Norwegian Cruise Lines now. And with that reduced fare, offer of $300, up to $300 onboard credit, that would be a real prize.
Is that based on the level of the cabin they buy?
Yes, it is.
So if you get the cheap cabin, they're going to give you
get
$10
$25 off.
$25 off. Right. But if you get that nice balcony cabin, you'll probably get the $300.
Right.
And Norwegian is also a good one for kids.
And it's also the only one that goes around the Hawaiian Islands. So that is very good. Oceania Cruises is a premier cruise line. It's like Crystal or Seabourn or Regent Seven Seas. It's high tone. And they are paying prepaid gratuities, which could be $200 or $300. And that's worth it. I mean, $200 or $300 is $200 or $300.
That's right.
But Oceania is a premium product, smaller ships. People like Regis Philbin and Don Rickles and folks like that have been on that cruise line.
Younger people, too, please. It's not only the over 70 crowd, right? No, I mean, most of the people on Oceania are probably 40, 50-year-olds, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But the people that you meet, I'm trying to emphasize the people that you would meet on that ship would be amazing, like maestros or, musicians or...
And they all look good in bathing suits.
And Windstar, they are offering up to $200 onboard credit. Now, this is the only masted ship at sea, which I think would be the most elegant thing. You don't have to hoist the sails. It is like yachting. In fact, it follows the Sea Dream, which is yachting with liquor included. If you're a church person or you don't necessarily drink, Windstar is the way to go because it follows the same path as Sea Dream, and yet you don't have to get the expense of all the liquor.
Well, we've had several of our customers, clients, take Windstar, and it's about 180 people.
Yes.
Is on it, and they love it, you know. Now, we, of course, have gone Sea Dreams because the liquor's included.
Yes, yes.
Okay? But for those who don't necessarily need that, but I'd like to go on Windstar sometime because of it's just a beautiful ship.
Yes.
It is just a
Now,
beautiful
I've added one here that I have to talk about because today I just sold a cruise that my neighbor Judy asked me about, and she gave me a couple of dates, and I researched the dates, and she wanted to go on Holland America to Cuba, which is a place that I think everybody should experience. Now, there is a cruise on the 7th of February that goes to Havana, spends 2 full days in Havana, which would give you enough time to go to the Tropicana with all the naked boobies.
The original Tropicana.
Yes, the original. It is
which is summertime wear.
Amazing. It's an amazing club. It's better than anything you'll ever see in Las Vegas. Anyway, from the 2 days that you spend in Havana, then you go to the other side of the island to Cienfuegos, which I talked about on our first show, which was settled by the French and has beautiful architecture. And you go to Grand Cayman and Montego Bay, and then you come home. I think this is the most amazing cruise of all because most of them just stop for a day or half a day or whatever.
Having an overnight and doing 2 days is very nice, which is what, by the way, Oceania does in a lot of the European stops.
Exactly.
They give you 2 days in port. That's so much better than knowing all you have is 8 hours.
Right. So you can also go to Hemingway's house. You can see the art area. I loved it, and I wanted to tell you about it.
All right. Well, the summertime is a great time to do cruises. And, of course, on the West Coast, people cruise to Hawaii, as Sam said. And this, of course, of the 3 months, you want to cruise to Alaska. So you don't have to chip your way through it this time of the year. Okay? You can really enjoy a cruise, which we've done, and we loved our Alaskan cruise. So remember, for part of the summer fun, cruising is really a good way to go.
Wear a
sweater. And you unpack once. I love that. Okay. All right, Sam, since you talked about Oceania, our first travel partner spotlight is Oceania, so we can introduce you to some of their amenities. Let's take a look.
Yeah. And who do you think their master chef is at Oceania?
Their master chef, you mean the one who does it all? I want to say Pippin.
Yeah, Jacques Pepin.
Jacques Pepin.
And once a year he does a cruise where he takes you and teaches you how to cook. That is one I've sold several times. I love
Well,
Oceania.
I think Oceania is known for 2 things besides being an elegant ship. Is the gourmet food is incredible, and the opportunity they give you to spend overnight in a port city, which is great because now you have 2 days instead of just 8 hours, and it's really good. So we're happy to be one of our partners, and we love Oceania. And if you're going to cruise this summer, that's one of the ones to consider. All right, Sam, now it's time for my Great 2 destination. Keeping with the water theme for the summer, because we're all in our bathing suits and we like to get wet in the summer, one inside and out, I came up with the great destination right here in the United States is with and on a houseboat. Now, believe it or not, there are 25 states in the United States that have lakes and rivers that you can rent houseboats on and go and enjoy the day. And you can see water sports and everything. I think it's instead of going to that same cabin at the beach that you go to, think of a houseboat and look near where you live. And then, of course, besides those 25 states and 50 lakes or rivers, we've got one of the best ones around right here in Nevada, and that is Lake Mead, which is enormous. And this picture shows you a unique thing about houseboating. Is you dock at night anywhere you want, and in the situation, in this case, several dock together. You sit on the beach, you light a fire, you cook your dinner, you enjoy a community, you're surrounded by the beauty. Do not overlook the opportunity to use a houseboat. We went to Branson several years ago when the kids were much younger, and we rented a houseboat on the lake in Branson, Missouri, and we had a great day going around, anchoring where we wanted, jumping in the water. I mean, the kids could drive the boat, you know, and so forth. It was an excellent family vacation. So do not overlook houseboating in America. It's a great way and a lot more fun than being in a camper. Okay. All right, Sam, we also have another travel spotlight because I just love them.
And the generations love to get together.
Yes, they do. So let's look at this next spotlight.
At Beaches, everything's included. For everyone.
I never overthink it, do what I want, my generation. That's right, my generation. Yeah, we're all about a good time. Yeah, we're all about a good life. You won't believe it till you see. This is gonna be a fun ride. Yeah, we're all about a good time. Yeah, we're all about a good life. Good energy, come follow me. Oh, it's gonna be a good night.
Beaches All-Inclusive Resorts. Call 1-800-BEACHES.
Time.
You know, we've talked a lot about Sandals because we've been to so many of them, and Beaches is basically owned by Sandals, but it's the family resort. In other words, and Sandals you can only couples, no children, and so forth. But Beaches, and they have a couple in Jamaica, they have them in
Turks and Caicos,
and so forth. What is really neat, this is a perfect place for the multi-generational thing because there's plenty of things for the parents, the grandparents, and the kids to do. And if you want to be with the kids during the day and play and do some stuff and be grandpa, you can do that, you know. But later on in the evening, there are great adult things. For the kids, I think one of the unique things about Beaches is they tied up with Sesame Street. And they don't just have those characters running around or having breakfast with you. They have a character that will come in and read a bedtime story to your 5-year-old. This is something that he or she will remember for all their life. So Beaches is a great place for generations. Of course, for us.
Okay.
Let me finish my last thing.
Okay.
For the older generation, this one night at Beaches in Jamaica, they got babysitters for everybody. And then at 10 o'clock, they had this wonderful chocolate and martini bar for all the adults. It was very, very nice.
At Turks and Caicos, they have 4 different areas: the French, the Italian, Key West, and the Caribbean. And you can live in any one but there's 19 restaurants on this property. They have really done this right. It's amazing.
It is a great family vacation, too. And like I said, Beaches. Think Beaches and think quality that you know at Sandals. Think of Beaches, too. All right, Sam, now, we have no question for this week.
No.
No question. However, now, people pay attention. I'm asking, I'm pleading. It's our 20th show. We want to be liked. Okay?
You like me better.
I don't care who, just one of them. email us with a description of your favorite summer vacation that you ever had. I don't care if you were 10 or 20 or 50. What was the best vacation you ever had? Where was it? What did you do? Email us and tell us about it.
Kathy, Joy, please.
And we will put it on the next show. Okay? So what's the best vacation you ever had? All right? Well, Sam, we're going to do another show on June 14th, and we may or may not.
Do we have to?
Yeah, well, if they email us in, you know, we know that there's more than 7 people out there, okay? So we'll be back on June the 14th, and...
if there's anything that you've heard today that you'd like us to help you with, give us a call at 4 More Travel. And thank you for watching Travel, Eat, and Learn. I'm Susan Sam Shockley.
And I'm Patrick Barney, and we'll see you the next time if we have enough time after reading all your emails.